Good morning, everybody. Um, as I've been watching these events happen in the world, there's a warning that I would like to give to my brothers and sisters and to give the gospel to the unsaved. You need to become saved. You need to open your scriptures and you need to learn what's going on. And you need to read 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 1 through 4. For the gospel, this is what saves a person. Correction. This is what opens the mechanism for God to save you, is by believing that Jesus Christ came in the flesh, went to the cross, shed his holy blood, paying your sin debt in full, and then 3 days later being resurrected. Without resurrection, there is no faith. So it's death, burial, and resurrection. It's not Acts 2, chapter 2, verse 38. Or 36, whichever one. It's 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 1 through 4. Now, the reason why I highlighted this, or I'm focused on this, is another Oklahoma man, reportedly a Muslim, arrested after he allegedly threatened to cut off a co-worker's head. This is just what we do, he says. Well, seeing how that most fake Islam people, Muslims, are the ones that are going to bow their knees to the Antichrist. It's the ones that are not fake. The ones that do what they say. The ones that read the Quran and the Hadith. And actually believe what they read and then they act upon it. Just like a fundamentalist Christian does with our scriptures. Those are the two groups that will not bow a knee to the Antichrist. Fundamentalist Islam, fundamentalist Christianity. Fundamentalist Christianity will be raptured. And while we're here on this earth, with what time remains, we need to be getting the gospel out, making some form of after packs, start leaving material, or getting material ready we left behind for the left behind world. And the fundamentalist Islam, which they're completely intolerant. You know, they say if you don't follow this, we're gonna cut your heads off. Well, I hear a lot of people bringing up the fact that this is going to be the end time Antichrist government, Islam. No, it's not. They're too intolerant. If you're a Buddha, a Hindu, if you're a Buddhist, Taoist, whatever, and you are not Islam, and you're not their brand of Islam, they will kill you. Or force you to pay such a high tax that you're going to have to flee, then they just take everything you own and they kill you. Now, what we're going to see is more of this type of man. Now, remember now, there's what, 1 billion of them? Muslims, and there's a large portion of that is fundamentalist Muslims. They're real. They read the Quran, they do what it says. And this guy, and the other guy in Oklahoma that just cut the head off a woman, you're going to see a lot of those in this country, in Europe, start to actually act out on these beliefs now that they're emboldened by what ISIS, al-Nusra, and now that Al-Qaeda is actually stepping up their game to stop losing their numbers. You know, they're hemorrhaging their fighters to ISIS. Everybody's stepping up their game. These people are going to come out of the woodwork. You think school shootings are bad. These people are going to become a plague. And the Antichrist minions, the Antichrist minions are promoting this. Knowing basically what they're doing is they're using these people as tools. They're useful idiots. Antichrist knows that. He's going to use these people to sow such chaos across this world through Isaiah 17, 19, Psalm 83, Ezekiel 38, 39, that the world is going to demand an Antichrist, a man step up to the plate to fix this, and that's going to be the Antichrist. We're right there. We're watching it. These people came out of nowhere, just like in the blink of an eye, are now controlling whole swaths of the Middle East, Africa, and they are in control in many areas of Europe, as is being seen like Dearborn, Michigan, the USA. Wherever they start to have sufficient numbers, you see this Sharia radical element emerge. That's their pipeline into whatever country they're at. So you see, the phony Muslims will bow their knee to the Antichrist and become a part of the European one world system. 10 heads, or 7 heads, 10 horns. And the fundamentalists will not. Just like the fundamentalist Christians will not take part in this. They'll be raptured. And then the phony Christians, the emergent church, Mormons, Catholicism, Seventh-day Adventism, Jehovah's Witnesses, they're all going to be left behind because God's going to, having examined them, is going to leave them behind as being not real believers upon the Jesus Christ of these scriptures. 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 1 through 4. There are many false Christs out there. There are many groups claiming to be representatives of that false Christ. And they're not what the Bible's talking about when it means a believer. Now, if we're seeing this, we just had Rosh Hashanah go by. So now it's time for me to go back to my imminent position. Because, I clearly see the language in the Bible that's talking about the wedding of the Messiah. The Feast of Trumpets, the coronation and the wedding. And, it's gone by. And I keep remembering the verse, that day that you think it is, it's not going to be that day. So, here we are again. We see Rosh Hashanah go by. We see fundamentalist Muslims stepping up to the plate, and we're going to see them in greater numbers do so. As we see Isaiah 17, 19, Psalm 83, Ezekiel 38, 39, as we see these events prepared to take place, we see the stage set. The curtain's still closed. We're just waiting for that curtain to open. And I believe it's just going to be a spark. President Obama is now bombing all the oil and gas refineries in Syria. That's got to make Russia mad. And I'm betting that it makes Assad mad because, that's income. They don't want them destroyed. They want them taken back from ISIS and al-Nusra and the rebels. I believe Obama's going to use this as a pretext and just, a couple bombs away hit someone that's representative of Assad. They're just waiting for him to topple. Something's going to happen. Some trigger's going to happen. It's going to start the Isaiah 17 and 19 and Psalm 38. Because it's all set up. Oh, looks like my script's front running. So I'll just go ahead and sign off for now and say I'll see you guys in the air. Bye.